Crusaders head coach Rob Penney has provided a significant boost to fans of the Christchurch-based franchise, revealing that All Blacks captain Scott Barrett is edging closer to a long-awaited return to action in Super Rugby Pacific after a lengthy injury and forced and sabbatical-related absence. Barrett, who has been one of the central figures in New Zealand rugby over recent seasons, has not featured at all in the Crusaders' current campaign. His absence stems from a pre-arranged clause in his contract which allowed him to take a non-playing sabbatical following New Zealand's end-of-year tour in 2025. That break, intended to help manage player workload and extend career longevity, ended up being extended further after Barrett required surgery on both his ankle and Achilles tendon. Now, after months away from competitive rugby, there is finally light at the end of the tunnel. Barrett back in full training. According to Penney, Barrett has resumed full training with the Crusaders squad this week and is progressing well through his rehabilitation. While he will not be involved in this weekend's clash against the Waratahs, his return to full involvement with the group is seen as a major step forward. "He's looking in great shape," Penney said. "It's awesome that he's had that period off to get his body right and freshen his mind." Barrett's sabbatical period has been anything but idle. Alongside rest and recovery, the 32-year-old underwent surgery to address lingering issues with his ankle and Achilles tendon, an intervention that the Crusaders believe will ultimately extend his playing career and improve his long-term durability. Penney has been encouraged not only by Barrett's physical condition but also by his mental readiness to return to elite competition. "He looks highly engaged," the coach added. "His training intensity will lift over the next week or so and we'll just see how his body reacts. He's not far away." For a player who has already accumulated 89 test caps for the All Blacks, Barrett's return represents a major moment both for the Crusaders and for New Zealand rugby more broadly. A timely boost for struggling champions. Barrett's imminent return comes at a crucial time for the Crusaders, who have endured an uncharacteristically inconsistent season by their high standards. The defending champions have struggled to find their usual dominance, suffering several narrow defeats and failing to build sustained momentum. Their most recent setback came in a 31-26 loss to the Western Force in Perth, a result that highlighted both defensive vulnerabilities and a lack of composure in key moments. That defeat left the Crusaders sitting in 6th place on the Super Rugby Pacific ladder, a position far below their traditional expectations. After 9 matches, the Crusaders have recorded 4 wins and 5 losses, a record that reflects both the competitiveness of the competition this season and the challenges they have faced with squad availability. Barrett's return could therefore not be more timely. As one of the team's most influential leaders and a cornerstone of their forward pack, his presence brings structure, physicality, and experience at a time when the squad is searching for stability. A demanding run in ahead. Even with Barrett nearing a comeback, the Crusaders face a daunting fixture list as the regular season approaches its decisive phase. Their immediate focus is Friday's clash with the Waratahs at their newly developed home ground, the One New Zealand Stadium in Christchurch. That match will be followed by one of their toughest away assignments of the season against table-topping rivals the Hurricanes. After that, they return home for a demanding stretch of fixtures against the Blues, Chiefs, and another encounter with the Hurricanes. With the playoff race tightening, every remaining match carries significant weight. The Crusaders, historically one of the most successful franchises in Super Rugby history, cannot afford further slip-ups if they are to secure a favorable position heading into the knockout stages. Barrett's return could therefore serve as a catalyst for a late-season resurgence, particularly given his leadership qualities and ability to perform in high-pressure situations. Injury setbacks compound Crusaders' challenges. The Crusaders' struggles this season have been exacerbated by a series of significant injuries to key personnel. The most notable absentee is All Blacks loosehead prop Tamati Williams, who has been ruled out for the remainder of the campaign due to a serious spinal infection. Williams' absence has left a major void in the front row, depriving the Crusaders of one of their most powerful scrummagers and dynamic ball carriers. His injury has forced the coaching staff to restructure parts of their forward pack and rely on less experienced players in crucial roles. Another long-term absentee is loose forward Cullen Grace, who has been sidelined since August last year after suffering a serious patella injury. Grace has been working through a lengthy rehabilitation process but is now also edging closer to a return. Penney confirmed that Grace is not yet ready for full Super Rugby action but is expected to re-enter competitive rugby through club-level matches as part of his reintegration plan. "He's not far away," Penney said. "He will probably have to come back via club footy. He just needs to face some physical challenges." The cautious approach reflects the Crusaders' commitment to ensuring players return fully fit and prepared for the demands of elite rugby, rather than rushing them back prematurely. Managing reintegration carefully. For both Barrett and Grace, the focus now is on carefully managed reintegration into full-contact rugby. After extended time away from competition, both players will need to rebuild match fitness, timing, and physical resilience. Penney emphasized that the coaching and medical staff are taking a structured approach to their return, prioritizing long-term health over short-term availability. "He is moving now," Penney said of Grace. "It's been a massively long period off for him. We've just got to do the right thing by him integration-wise." This cautious strategy reflects a broader trend in modern professional rugby, where player welfare and injury prevention are increasingly prioritized due to the sport's physical demands and congested calendars. Leadership returns at a critical moment. For the Crusaders, Barrett's return is about more than just on-field performance. As captain of the All Blacks and a senior figure within the squad, his influence extends into leadership, decision-making, and game management. His ability to organize defensive structures, lead set-piece execution, and provide calm under pressure will be invaluable as the Crusaders navigate a difficult run of fixtures. In many ways, his return could act as a turning point in their season. With the playoffs approaching and margins for error shrinking, experienced leaders often make the difference in tightly contested matches. A season-defining stretch ahead. As Super Rugby Pacific heads into its decisive phase, the Crusaders find themselves at a crossroads. Traditionally dominant, they are now fighting to reassert themselves in a highly competitive field. Barrett's return, combined with the gradual reintegration of other injured players, offers hope that the champions can rediscover their form at just the right time. However, the challenges ahead remain significant, and improvement will need to be immediate. The coming weeks will reveal whether the Crusaders can transform their season or whether they will fall short of their usual lofty standards. Either way, the return of their captain marks a pivotal moment in their campaign. For now, all eyes are on Barrett's final steps in rehabilitation, and the impact he could have once he returns to the field.